And I might as well, I got a bunch of video links I sent to myself. Do video, do video, do video. Well, I might as well get some out on Sunday since I didn't do any last night. So you know this lady, Gabbard, Clifford's, whatever her name is, Gabby? Or Tulsi, no, that's the other Gabby. Other Gabby. Tulsi Gabbard. She's a Democrat running for the presidency on the Democratic side. And again, she's an outsider to all the other Democrats. Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, all these people who are, by the way, falling by the wayside. There will be nobody left to challenge Donald Trump. I've been telling you this for the last, not 3 years, probably 2 years. I said, you know, I think as we get closer to the next election, you're going to start seeing a few people indicted. We're going to look closer. Breaking news, something even huge, way bigger than that. And then by the time it's time to vote, whoa. All these people are either indicted or they've stepped down. Okay, I'm going away. Who's left? Well, somebody like Tulsi, she could potentially be left, you know. And again, she's kind of the outsider, although there's a little bit of conflicting information. Well, why did the Podestas, they gave her some money on her campaign, 4 years ago or something. Well, yeah, I see that. Okay. However, Hillary Clinton comes out and attacks her. She fights back. Again, this is like a Donald Trump thing. Remember the RNC? We don't want to select him as the Republican. We want somebody else, And he kept winning. He kept winning. They kept trying to fake it and cheat it. And there were fake numbers. Remember that crap? Like a fake votes. They didn't count all the votes for the delegate. What the? He still won. Now, having said that, if what I've told you about her is correct, she's an outsider. The deep state don't want her in there because she don't represent them. This shows you that not just anybody can come in and run. Even on the Democratic side, when they don't want Trump in there. We can't even let this Tulsi lady come in because she's not one of us either. It'd be the equivalent of, another Trump running again. We can't have two Trumps. Oh my God, running. No. So, Zerohead says, Mrs. Gabbard accuses arbitrary DNC of rejecting a poll from an accepted pollster. Why? Because I think the poll shows a good number for Mrs. Gabbard. The Democratic National Committee is refusing to accept a poll that shows Representative Tulsi Gabbard, Democrat Hawaii, at 6%, according to the Democratic presidential contender. The committee, known as the DNC, has recognized Suffolk University as one of the accepted pollsters for debate qualifying purposes when it carried out a poll for USA Today, but the committee declined to accept the Suffolk poll conducted for the Boston Globe, Gabbard's campaign has said. Quote, again, this is another example of the DNC being arbitrary and inconsistent. The New Hampshire, New Hampshire is the first in the nation presidential primary, but the DNC has not shown its voters the respect they deserve, she said in a statement. The Globe is the largest newspaper in New Hampshire. The pollster the Globe uses is recognized by the DNC for other media outlets. There is no reason the DNC should not recognize this Boston Globe poll, other than adherence to a subjective, non-transparent process where party elites try to dictate to the primary voters, she said. Correct. You're not part of the club, Mrs. Gabbard. And it doesn't matter which political party you choose. You're not part of the club. You get nothing. Our campaign is building momentum in New Hampshire and across the country because we are running an independent-minded, people-powered campaign focused on ending regime wars, the new Cold War and arms race, and reinvesting in the needs of the American people. Whether it is on the debate stage or a town hall in New Hampshire, our campaign will continue speaking out so we can usher in a 21st century of peace, prosperity, and national renewal, and a government that is truly of, by, and for the people. Well, Miss Gabbard, you ought to go work for President Trump because that's exactly what he's doing. I'm sure he's got a good position there in his, in the Oval Office, perhaps. Or maybe he'll create some new thing you can head. Who knows? But bottom line is, this is how you tell if a person is part of the elite club or not. The same treatment Donald Trump got. she is now getting. I remember everyone was all fed up, everyone on the left, the Bernie supporters. Oh, Bernie, why isn't he suing? Why isn't he doing this? Bernie, we supported you. Why are you just, fight? Because it's Bernie's job to do what he's supposed to do, and that is pretend to be an actual contender for the presidency. And when Hillary, oh no, step down, Hillary's getting the nod, not you. Notice he complained a little bit, but didn't do anything about it. No lawsuit. He could have filed a lawsuit right against the DNC. And here we have again the DNC telling Tulsi, you're not the chosen one. Yeah, but the people decide, don't they? I thought the people decide which one of us gets the nod to even go against the Republican, that is. Who is the Democratic representative we're going to all select to go run for the presidency? Y'all got 15 of you guys in there. None of you which have great numbers are terrible. And you remember speaking of the fake news polls and all this crap, you remember, what was it? Cory Booker's got Trump. Cory Booker's pretty much shutting down. Eric Swalwell's in a new poll shows that... Wasn't he the first one out? I think it was Swalwell. Oh. Well, new poll. Who'd you guys poll? The same Democrats we always poll. Little household. We polled 5 Democrats today. The same Democrats we always report on and poll. So you're giving us the same people's opinion basically over and over again. Yeah, kind of. Sometimes we shake it up and find other Democrats that we know how they voted their entire lives, and we select them, randomly select them somehow. I use the word randomly. But we know who they are. Again, social media profiles, data hacked, every data hacked, another breach. And the big corporations are getting the data. They know everything about you. They more know about you than you and your family know about you. And they'll make sure your phone rings. Oh, we got a hot one, Democrat. Oh, you're a former Republican? Oh, they got that too. Call this Republican. How are you voting today, sir? Well, I'm going to vote for the Democrat. You're voting for Democrat? Oh, okay. Well, answer the following questions if you don't mind, please. We're going to poll. We're doing a poll. You've been selected. Of course he has. You knew about him before he knew he was going to get called. It's all a game. It's all them programming you, how to think, what to think, hide disinformation from those people. Don't let them see this. That's why Google is on a tear to give each individual content that they would want. And what they may want is not what everyone else may want. Except Google will tell you, well, we'll start doing that until it's time to vote again. And then everyone's going to get the news when you search for something like, oh, well, this guy's, he's a Trump supporter, he's a Republican. Oh, when he searches for something, make sure all the bad Trump news comes up first. Make sure all the positive whatever Democrat news comes up first, so that when he tries to do a comparison on who's done what and who hasn't, all we're going to shove in his face is, of course, even fake news, because it doesn't really exist, that this person they like is a bad person. Well, I searched the internet, but somebody else with a different point of view may search the internet for the exact same things you searched for and got different results. Now tell me that's not interfering with an election. Anyways, this whole political thing, again, it's a big show. It's a big movie. Sit back, enjoy your popcorn. You can see why most of us decided years ago, why am I even going out to vote? They're going to select whoever they want. We have the illusion, which is why we all thought Hillary Clinton was going to win. She's been picked. We know this. She's got the next nod. We already heard this. And the Webbot said, Cliff Eyes Webbot, get ready for kind of you wake up the next day with an, oh my God, what happened? Is how the data described it. After the day of the election, when you wake up, it's going to be like, what the heck happened here? I wasn't expecting that. Again, 4 o'clock in the morning, wake up, take a leak. I'm going to be up in about 2.5 hours. Do I want to go look? 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure we know who won the presidency 2016, November. I already know she won. And now I'm not going to be able to go back to bed anyway, because now I'm going to sit here tossing and turning, wondering, even though I know it was her. Let me just go look. I think I picked up my phone or something, looked online. Oh my God, Trump won? No. I think it was Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, all the polls aren't 99.9999999999999% of the polls have been completed. We got them. We're not ready to declare Pennsylvania for Mr. Trump yet because the polls are not. Breaking news. If the polls never turned anything in or went all Democrat, the remaining wouldn't change anything. Can you go ahead and announce it now? I'm only like 2 hours. Okay, the polls have closed. 2 hours. What's going on? What do you guys... All the news people, all freaked out. But you say, well, Joe, if she was supposed to win, how did he win then? I told you. I'll tell you again. My opinion. If you're a good guy, military, whatever, you care for your country, I'm not an elitist, I'm not part of this people. Because you understand, all these politicians, they're typically one-minded. I want to get rich. I want to get powerful. I want to be somebody. And that's all they care about. They don't care about your country. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about the struggles. I just need to get reelected again. Because as long as I'm in here and I'm doing things for these companies that are paying me huge campaign contributions, ooh, I like that. So you have that in a rigged system. And I've showed you previous videos. Look, here's how they rigged the votes. They had a Wi-Fi password to the voting machines. They had a Wi-Fi. Each machine had a Wi-Fi access point built into it. So password 123456. Password 123 ABC or ABC 123. And I showed you, well, you could just go into the back end of the database. It was a Microsoft Access database. You can go in the back end once you have access to that thing and just go and edit the tables. It's no different than editing a spreadsheet. Table view, yep, okay. And create a query real quick or just whatever. Find and replace, it doesn't matter. You could quickly change the votes. And I showed, here's how they did it over here. Here's how they did it over there. So again, you're saying, well, if they rigged it, how come she did not get it? My opinion is that the good guys who realize, oh my God, the American people, you might as well all go home and don't even vote. Not even one person. They've already got it figured out. They're going to rig the votes to the person they want. It's going to be Hillary. And if Hillary's the president, we can't go to her and say, hey, the polls were rigged, the votes were rigged, and you won. Can you have the Justice Department look into this? Yeah, right. You're fired. That's how that would go. But then they had a candidate, as Q had said. He was asked, Mr. President, Mr. Trump, the nation's in grave danger. Everybody's compromised. None of the candidates are real. They're all part of the club, part of the deep state, and it's going to get bad if it doesn't get fixed right away. This is the last time. Are you willing to run? We'll guarantee there won't be any vote rigging. Okay, I'll do it. Do you think that maybe they rigged it for the good guy? Again, you're a patriot, you're in the military, intelligence, whatever. You know what's going on, you see it, but you can't really do anything about it because every president, including the one that was in there at the time, which was Obama, he's part of it. Again, I got to sit back with my hands crossed, waiting for someone to get in, understanding that no one can ever get in because they always put in their person. How the hell do we fix this? We can't just let people vote because the votes don't matter. Guess we're going to have to take one for the team. We're going to rig the votes. And we're going to do a lot better job at it because we have military intelligence behind this. We'll make sure he gets just enough. That's my opinion. And again, if you're left with that system, you'll never win. Your vote will never count. So are you upset if they did rig it to get Trump in? You shouldn't be. Because he's going to fix this. And again, he's got the deep state spying apparatus under his disposal now. And boy, oh boy, I'm sure, as they say, FISA works both ways, boys. You guys used it illegally. We're now going to use it legally because you used it illegally. There's now been a coup attempt. We've got full access to everything. And again, Q, before the end of the year, get ready to hear the word indictments. The end of 2019, that's right. So if Q, anyone out there who's not sure about Q, or you are sure, oh, it's a LARP, it's fake. If we have any indictments in this month, it's now December, And it's, of course, related to the bad guys, not the good guys, obviously, but nonetheless. Some indictments. You will have to sit back and say, whoa. We got the IG report coming up, Inspector General, on the 9th, supposedly. But again, what if they do it a little earlier? What if they do it a little later? Because every time something like this of breaking news happens, there just so happens to be a shooting. By the way, the stabbing in London on the London Bridge is falling down. Oh, stabbing. I got a fire extinguisher and a mammoth tusk. We're going to go attack a guy that supposedly had a suicide vest on, meaning a bomb vest. We're going to spray him in the face with a fire extinguisher, and I'm going to jab at him with a mammoth tusk I got off the side of a wall in a pub. That's probably a good idea. The guy could just press a button and explode right in front of you. You know, I'd probably do that. Yeah, sure. And then the one guy who walks away, he's got the knife in his hand. He's like telling everyone, get back, you know, get back. Reaches in his pocket, grabs like a folded something. I don't know what. It's a handkerchief with something inside of it and just throws it down. Like, you know, pass interference, throw the flag down. What are you doing? What the hell is this? Very shady in my opinion. However, someone posted a video later after the bridge had cleared. The guy who got shot by police supposedly sits up. Sits up. What the? Just gets up, sits up. What? I thought he was killed. Anyways. We have this thing with the Andrew, formerly known as Prince Andrew. Of course, over there. Yeah, UK. Breaking news, he's in trouble, he's stepping down, he's being kicked out of the palace, the pedophile thing with Epstein. Oh, breaking news, get rid of that. Man with a knife stabbed some people on the bridge. Isn't it amazing? Just this uncanny ability of these terrorists to just time something that if I were a terrorist, guys, wait a couple days. This is great. One of the top politicians is, you know, as Napoleon once said, never interfere with the enemy when he's self-destructing. This guy's self-destructing. No stabs, no bombs, no nothing. No, guys, take a break. Go home, take a break. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll talk to you guys later when we're ready. This guy's destroying himself. Why would we want to do that and take the news off of this? No. Use your brains. That's all I can tell you. Use your brains about this stuff. Anyways, take care.